Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and we are kicking off round 7 with a battle of resistances as the Saffron Powerlings host the Kotondo Dust Mites, and both these sides are in contention for an Elite 4 position. The Fighting types currently sitting in 5th, they need to move up into the top 4, whereas the Bug types are sitting in 3rd, so let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win this matchup. Will it be the Powerlings or will it be the Dust Mites? Let's send it down! Now the Bug types are coming off a loss, but they've been having a great season, and they're starting out with Cleavor and Arbor making its debut this season, but it'll be Pawmot and Annihilate starting out for the Saffron Powerlings. But as I said, Arbor is making its debut this season, and it is the terrestrial Pokemon for the Kotondo Dust Mites, so it sheds that grass normal typing, and it is going to become a Bug type Pokemon. But Pawmot does have the speed advantage over the field, and it goes with the Blizzard, doing good damage to both Arbor and Cleavor, but Cleavor has been left frozen. That is a fantastic start to this matchup. Arbor with that Seed Soul ability causes the grassy terrain to grow over the battlefield, and Annihilate looking to follow up Pawmot with the Imprison. This is a fantastic strategy because this will prevent the Bug types from going for any moves. Instead, it will cause them to struggle. This is a fantastic strategy that we have not yet seen this season, but it can hurt sides. So the Bug types definitely need to get Annihilate off this field, as Pawmot is going to go for the Baby Doll Eyes. This is going to lower Arboriva's attack stat as well as Annihilate with the Swift, hitting both Bug type Pokemon. Not very effective on Cleavor due to that rock typing, but Cleavor is still frozen solid on the field here, and Arbor having no moves left goes for the struggle, but goes for Pawmot, getting that recoil damage as well. Pawmot having its health restored thanks to the grassy terrain, as does Cleavor and as does Arbor, but they need to go for Annihilate. Pawmot though with the drill run onto Cleavor gets a good hit there, and Annihilate follows it up with the Synthesis, but it's already at full strength, so it doesn't need to restore any health, as Cleavor is still frozen solid on the field. It needs to thaw out quickly. Arbor still no moves left, going for the struggle, and yet again goes for Pawmot. Again, they need to go for Annihilate because that will continue until Annihilate is off this field. That grassy terrain is helping Arbor a little bit, but Pawmot now with the triple axle. This move gets stronger every time it's got to this third one, and Arbor is taken out of this matchup. Pawmot capitalizing on that struggle damage takes out the terrestrial Pokemon for the Kotondo Dust Mites, hitting it with those 3 moves from the triple axle. Arbor is taken out, and now Annihilate with the opportunity going for the Wild Bolt Storm onto Cleavor. Cleavor is able to hold on in its current state, but it is still frozen solid. But thankfully, if it had have gone for the struggle, it surely would have eliminated itself from this matchup. And out comes Scyther. Cleavor's family here is now the quickest on the field. It's going to go for a struggle, but it has gone for Annihilate and gets the critical hit as well. That is what needs to happen, as Scyther does get the recoil damage. Pawmot is going to go with the Substitute, so it is going to cut into its own health, and that Substitute will take its place. Annihilate now with the headlong rush onto Cleavor, and Cleavor is eliminated. This will lower Annihilate's defenses and its special defense, but it is still going strong whilst that struggle is happening for the Kotondo Dust Mites. Pawmot having its health restored, as does Annihilate, thanks to that grassy terrain, but it has finally disappeared from the battlefield. And now out comes Sizzle. Can this Scyther contingent get the job done? Another struggle onto Annihilate. Huge hit there by Scyther. Gets the recoil damage as we get the Dark Pulse from Pawmot onto Scyther. Good hit there onto the Bug Flying type, as Annihilate is going to go for the Flash Cannon. And Scyther holds on, but Sizzle also no moves left, goes for the struggle, and they've taken Annihilate out of this matchup. The Bug types are still in it. That is a crucial elimination, as they only lost 2 Pokemon during this struggle phase, and out comes Tauros and its Blaze Breed. So it has that part fire typing, as the false swipe onto the Pawmot Substitute takes the damage for Pawmot, but it will cause that Substitute to fade. Really smart having the Blaze Breed here. It is part fire typing, can capitalize on that advantage over the Bug types, as the Calm Mind from Pawmot is going to boost its special stats here, both that special attack and that special defense. And Tauros with the super effective peck onto Scyther gets the easy elimination. Even if it wasn't super effective, I think it would have gotten the job done, as Sizzle responds with the Whirlwind, and this will send Pawmot back to the bench, and out in its place comes Persimmon, being dragged out onto the field. There are still 5 Pokemon remaining for the Powerlings as Slitherwing comes out for the Kotondo Dustmites, and the Hornleech is not very effective onto Sizzle from Tauros as Slitherwing goes for the Struggle Bug. This will hit both fighting type Pokemon, not very effective on either of them, however, but it will lower the special attack. But Persimmon, with that Define ability, gets a huge attack boost. Tauros also having its special attack lowered, but Persimmon with the high horsepower, and Sizzle is eliminated after Persimmon had its attack boosted, and we now have 2 bug fighting type Pokemon on the field as Heracross comes out, and the Barb Barrage on the Slitherwing from Tauros is going to leave Slitherwing poisoned. The Saffron Powerlings are building all this momentum in this matchup as Heracross with the nasty plot. They need to go on the offensive here. They've only eliminated Annihilate so far. Heracross getting that special attack boost. Slitherwing going for the headlong rush of its own onto Persimmon, gets a great hit, is going to lower those defenses of Slitherwing, both physical and special, and Persimmon is going to respond with the Light Screen. This will make the Powerlink stronger against special moves as Slitherwing still feels the effects of that poisoning, but the Powerlinks are in total control as Tauros with another Hornleech, this time onto Slitherwing. Yet again, not very effective, but it is trying to get itself back to full strength, and that it will do with that second Hornleech. Heracross this time going with the Pollen Puff onto Tauros. Not very effective there, but does do some okay damage, all things considered. But the Stockpile from Slitherwing is going to boost that defense and special defense as it stockpiles 1 here on the field, but it needs to go for the offenses because it's poisoned. It's an easy target. Persimmon though with the Gunk Shot onto Heracross, and it is a 1-hit wonder. Heracross is eliminated. Slitherwing is all by itself. It has 5 fighting types to contend with, and it's poisoned. The writing is on the wall here. Tauros with the Swallow. Unfortunately, it is going to fail though. And Slitherwing with an opportunity going for the double edge onto Tauros. Gets a great hit, but it does get that recoil damage. Persimmon though is going to try and go for its 3rd elimination, and it goes for the super effective Psyshock and gets 3 eliminations in this match after being dragged out onto the field. The Saffron Powerlinks have dominated the Kotondo Dustmites. What has happened to the bug types, getting their 2nd loss in a row? Thankfully for them, they are still in an Elite Four position, dropping down to 4th place, but next round they will be taking on the Akala Capsules, whereas the Powerlings have moved themselves up into 3rd place on the ladder, and they will be facing the Goldenrod Aces next round. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.